So we're at Alvaro Siza's Leça da Palmeira pool in Portugal, in Porto.
This is awesome, people. If you come here, you've got to visit this place. Not only a brilliant bit of architecture and a bit of, what would you call it, landscaping, but a great swim too.
Yeah, it's a great play of the natural environment versus the concrete. Beautiful timber details. That's coming seat. The way the timber sits on the concrete wall there. Little slit over there, you can see just seeing through the space beyond. The beautiful texture and the timber detail on how they joint. He was before 30 years old and he built all this.
Imagine not only getting a project like this when you're that young, but delivering it with such incredible maturity and confidence. Unbelievable. I'm going for a swim. Bye. Well, this is really deep. There's a ledge just right at the edge, just for your feet. It's really thoughtful.
Those are rocks behind you there too.
Yeah. Let's go for a look.
I think part of the beauty is the adventure, right? It's slightly dangerous. You're actually reconnecting to nature in some ways, but still heavily protected.
And also just seeing the way that different people use the different spots. Like they're inhabiting rocks in ways you wouldn't really expect. It's one of our favourite words, isn't it, Kev? Serendipity. Like people are just, you do it and then work, people just inhabit it in ways unknown or you wouldn't predict. It's incredible how many different ways you can't do something like this in Australia. Health and safety, just ledges and balustrades and trip hazards and slip hazards. This cannot happen in 2023 in Australia, which is a pity.
Another 500 meters away from the sea pool, which was over there where we came from, there is also by Siza the Boa Nova Tea House. Same year roughly. He was under 30 when he did this amazing piece of work.
It's so sophisticated. So many moments that seem so simple but do so much. It's one of those bits of architecture, Kev, where, like we're always saying, like some things you need to visit to really understand the stuff. Incredible.
Just like the sea pool, there's integration with landscape, but this half, the white half, it's the vernacular. It's like much of the buildings around here, whereas the other side in concrete, it's the same color as the rocks. And the way the roofs dips down so low and it really points you down into the water.
Yeah, when you enter, you just get that slither of the horizon, but then it does focus you downwards. That's where the action is, in the foreground. Otherwise, you're just looking at a big blue line. It's very thoughtful.
Check it out. You can book tours with the Architecture Association, I think.
Or just eat there and pay a huge amount because it's a 2-star Michelin restaurant.
I think it will be a pretty memorable experience.